The Chiefs still the team to beat.
I mean, we've been saying this for weeks now.
Yeah.
I've literally been saying it in every power ranking, every pick 'em. As much as the Steelers have been the most impressive team this season to me, at 10-0, it's hard to say anything otherwise. The Chiefs have been since February and will be until they prove without a doubt otherwise the team to beat. And for me, there is only one example you need. Last night, when you were watching that game and the Raiders scored, did you have any doubt that the Chiefs were going to come back in that football game? For me, I saw the time on the clock, and I said, that's too much time for Patrick Mahomes.
And it's getting pretty much to the point where if they have a drive, even if it's under like 50 seconds, you have faith that the Chiefs are going to find a way.
Yeah, and it's their offense is just ridiculous. Clyde Edwards-Helaire he's been in the Rookie of the Year conversation too. He's having an incredible year.
I just don't know why Jonathan Abrams dropped down on that last play. You just got to let Mahomes run.
Yeah.
You can't leave Travis Kelce that wide open. I felt like they were going to have a lapse in defense because I kind of saw them and they were kind of discombobulated a little bit.
And they were just chewing up yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when you look at how do you guard Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman, I could go on and on. The weapons are just ridiculous, along with a guy who's trending to become arguably the greatest quarterback of all time based on what we've seen so far.
And I've called him that.
Yeah.
Last year, before he won the Super Bowl, I said, based off what I'm seeing alone, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback that I've ever seen.
It would take an incredible heel turn for him not to at least be in that discussion by the end of his career. Because and I've been one of the guys to bring up the fact that he's been put in a great position, but like, where is that going to go? Is he ever not going to be in a good position? Because the Chiefs have done such a good job, even when there's holes filling them. And the fact of the matter is, the defense doesn't even have to be an elite unit. It just has to be average. Their defense last year was average at best. And they played better towards the end of the year, but they didn't win games because of their defense. They won because nobody can stop them. They went down every playoff game, and when you have Patrick Mahomes, it's just, you're never out of the game. You're never out of it. And for me, when you compare the Steelers and the Chiefs, who have been, I think, the two teams in the league this year that are at the top, I trust the Chiefs' defense to stop the Steelers' offense more than I trust the Steelers' defense to stop the Chiefs' offense.
Oh, not yet.
And that's no offense to the Steelers' defense because they have an incredible unit.
When talking about that, the only other team that you would put above the Chiefs is the Steelers. And I just don't think the Steelers' schedule has been good enough for me to say,
exactly,
yeah, they're the team to beat. I mean, the Chiefs are the reigning Super Bowl champions, and they don't have a Super Bowl hangover at all like the Eagles and Carson Wentz did back when they won it. They are ready to go. They are winning games.
You had a hangover.
You guys had it. You
guys
weren't
the playoffs next year.
You guys weren't as good though. You guys weren't dominant.
I thought the hangover is like...
The Chiefs are still a dominant football team.
Yeah.
And we talk about, early in the season, we talked about Wilson, we talked about Allen, we talked about Kyler. People forgot about Mahomes. I think he's, for sure, should be the MVP this season. He should be a two-time MVP after this season. The Chiefs just have it all.
I still think the Steelers are one of the teams to beat.
But are they the team, number one team to beat? I don't think so.
And the one Chiefs loss, I just want to remind everybody, the one Chiefs loss was against the Raiders, who it looked bad at the time, but I think we've seen the Raiders are legit. Again, Derek Carr is back. Maybe not at that MVP type form that he was before the injury, but he's playing great football.
He's playing just as good, if not better, than his MVP season.
Too.
But it's not even. I think,
and then it's a division opponent too. I remember even when the Jets were terrible and the Patriots still had Tom Brady, it seemed like every time the Jets would at least put a fight up. And division opponents are tough.
Derek Carr's a guy who I love, and I like that yesterday on national television, he got to throw 3 touchdowns against the Chiefs, and people got to see like, oh, this guy is really good. Because they've been disrespecting him for so long. I mean, I know on mainstream media, they created this division between Gruden and Carr, Gruden doesn't want Carr isn't this, Carr isn't that, he's not a leader. There was a bunch of these false narratives, and Derek Carr has always been an underrated guy, under the radar guy especially, and I think he proved to everybody, a nationally televised audience, that he's this good.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs, to your point, just have been better. And they weren't about to lose to the Raiders twice. Even though I thought it was a possibility. I thought it was close to happening, but they just, their offense is too dominant.
They're just on a different level.
You can't give them the ball in overtime, have the first possession at it.
Yeah.
If you give them first possession in overtime, the game is over. You're not seeing the ball back.
And I know I said this to start the segment, but I don't think there's any other offense in the league that if you gave them the ball with a minute and a half left, you would sit back confident that they were going to score a touchdown. And I promise you, no doubts that they were going to score a touchdown. And it's funny because my fantasy team was down by 6 going into that possession. I had Patrick Mahomes left, and my opponent had Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And I said, oh man, I need 75 yards in the air and a touchdown. And then I said, it's Patrick Mahomes. What am I worrying about? And needless to say, he goes out, throws 75 yards and a touchdown. And not only did the Chiefs get the win, I get the win, and everybody goes home happy.
We talked about the Chiefs this segment.
Well, Chiefs play Bucks next week on Sunday.
We're going to talk about it in the pick'em. So what we got. But we talked about the Chiefs, but to not even talk about them, a guy I really want to point out and highlight is John Gruden. He's a hell of a play caller.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the NFL, and I love John Gruden. And I'm glad people are cutting John Gruden slack because when he got that 10-year, $100 million contract to coach the Raiders, people bashed him for it and were really critical of the decision. Nobody's saying anything now.
He's just a great football mind. And when they get the talent in there, I mean, that division is just going to be ridiculous. You already have the Chiefs. You have the Broncos, who haven't been healthy this year, who, I think when they get healthy can cause some major problems. The Raiders, who we've seen this year, they're a legit team. And the Chargers have arguably the best young quarterback and the best younger rookie quarterback in the league, who looks like he's going to be a superstar. So that's going to be a sucky division to be in over the next decade.
Hey, what's up, guys? You just finished watching a clip of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran.
My name is Jack Barteck.
My name is River Brown.
And we are your hosts for this podcast. We want to thank you guys for watching the clip. Like, subscribe, and comment, and share if you would care to, because it helps us grow. We're trying to make this a full-time thing. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting, and see you next time.